Hey, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you and your team stretch without snapping, especially during disruptions. And this week, I have a little story about an apple farm. So, a lot of people do this. I live in the Midwest, and we go to apple farms in the fall, your apple orchards, they're called, and they put up hay mazes, and there's all kinds of apple activities. Well, the one near me was so busy and so swamped this year. One Saturday, a couple weeks ago, they ran out of apples. Literally, the trees had been picked, there weren't any more ripe. They had so many people there. So when I asked the owners about that, they said, yes, this has been a huge year, bigger than any other year. And it made me start to think about this disruption that we've all faced. And when we start to reframe a disruption, we forget about the good things that could happen. The good things are that we're spending more time with family. We get to do some of those family activities. Maybe your family isn't inundated with fall sports on the weekend, so you have time to get to the apple orchard. Or maybe you're not inundated with the same tasks that you were when you had to commute every day to an office, so you've suddenly gained 2 hours of time. So when we're reframing this disruption, it's time to start looking at some of those positives that have come out of it. Did you have more time with family? Were you able to develop a hobby? I also know someone that redid 3 bathrooms during this whole COVID disruption. That probably wouldn't have happened. I know this thing is still weighing heavy on a lot of people, and many people are still feeling very disrupted in many industries. But in looking back and trying to reframe what has happened and what you've gone through, in order to get through it without snapping, it's time to start looking for some of those positives. What have you been able to do, either personally, with your team, within your company, that you wouldn't have been able to do if you had been running hair on fire crazy like we often do? What has this big pause given you a chance to develop? Why don't you noodle on that for a little bit today, think of some positives, and move forward in reframing. This is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert. Thanks so much for watching.